Hello and welcome to Movies and Us. This is the special episode of number 3 in the month of Marcus's bad picks themes of child actors and current movies, I guess, whatever the I think I'm going for.
I don't know if if you just hate me or if you're just trying to get me to hate movies enough so we don't have to do this podcast anymore.
You know, I mean, I've been trying. Like, I was burned out of superhero movies, but after these 3 picks so far, I'm like, can we get back to Superman and Batman? Like, fuck. And now I know. Now I kind of remember like why those movies are so popular in theaters.
So I'm TJ, by the way.
Oh yeah, and that's I'm Marcus. I'm Marcus.
I don't
guys.
know.
And today we're reviewing the 2016 release of La La Land.
Yep, of La La Land. So we were just talking off screen about this, and I was telling Marcus that a part of me likes this movie, but man, the rest of me is like, this is pretentious garbage.
And I agree. And I think the part of us that like this movie is that we like the idea of the movie, but not the execution, I guess.
Yeah,
we like the idea
musicals.
of musicals are great. Old Hollywood is fun. But to have a Harvard graduate...
Oh my God, yeah, that was another thing. I was like, I read he was a Harvard graduate, and it's like, oh... And this guy,
my eyes rolled so hard. Like, of course he is.
Of course he is. And then, of course, you know, it didn't seem like he had any trouble getting into the movie business. And it's like, it's like he's just went from one thing to another because he's rich and he's got money. And, you know, it's like, whatever.
And I figured that's how this movie would play out because it's like a love letter to Hollywood. And most love letters to Hollywood are very... so poorly written and just like patting on the back, like, isn't Hollywood great, guys? And this has like all the tropes in it. This movie's not smart. But at the same time, the guy who were like kind of bashing Damien Cazile?
It's either Chazelle or Chazelle.
One of those two. His other movie, Whiplash, that he made, it's phenomenal. It's a great movie. I love it. This is bleh. But we'll talk more.
It's funny, like, I know we're not behind the scenes stuff, but
yeah,
this is the movie he intended to make because when he first pitched it, the studio that originally picked it up wanted them to change some stuff. They wanted them to change the main guy into a rock star instead of a jazz guy. They wanted them to change the ending, the bittersweet ending, and there was something else.
Make it more Hollywood and more marketable, essentially.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's funny to think that because although this didn't really pop, I was going to say if this would have came out before Whiplash, I don't know how his career would have been. But this was really popular and well received, so I don't know.
Yeah, and I think that's another thing. It was so well received. I think it was one of those things where everyone's like just roundabout and you're not allowed to criticize the movie.
Yes, and I remember when this movie came out and I was reading the Bonnie's wiki. I really re-jogged my memory. Like when this first came out, it was limited release. It was hard to find, hard to like. Did you guys hear about La La Land? It's really good. It's in these theaters here. Go see it. And it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger until they released it in more theaters. And it made so much money to like warrant it to become an Oscar nominee. And it's like I was on the hype train. I didn't see it until like just now this review because I was like, I'll see it eventually because I'm not sold on it completely because of my cynicisms. And it's like, but it's got to be popular and fun to watch. And I just remember how ecstatic everyone was about this damn movie. It's like, my God.
Yeah, and it does not live up to its hype.
No. I don't even think back then it would live up to its hype.
No.
But I guess people like things, I guess. I don't know. But let's get all this pre-bashing out. So this movie is directed and written by... That's another problem. It's written and directed by the same guy. So it's like, of course.
That's not a bad thing to say.
It's not, but when a movie is such like this...
Well, that's fair. When it's you got a pretentious guy in charge of both things, and everything's going to come off even more pretentious.
And if he was an actor, he would have starred himself as Ryan Gosling's role. You know?
Oh yeah,
because that's his character. That's him. It's like, man, you suck, bro. So written and directed and kind of starring Damien. Like I said, what's his name?
Chazelle, I guess.
Yeah, something. Produced by Fred Berger, Jordan Horowitz. Hey, Horowitz. Gary Gilbert and Mark Platt. Starring Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone, John Legend, Rosemary DeWitt. Who'd she play? Roommate?
Probably a roommate, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Finn Whitrock, J.K. Simmons, More people. More people.
Callie Hernandez, Sononia Mizuno, Jessica Roth, Tom Everett Scott, Amy Kahn, Anna Chazelle, Joss Pence, Megan Faye, Damon Gumption, Jason Fuchs, and Marius DeVry.
Jason what?
Fuchs.
Say that?
Fuchs.
Fucks?
Yeah, isn't that how you say that word?
I can't even see it. Where's that?
Fuchs.
Fucks.
Yeah.
It's no way it's fucks.
I've heard that name spelt that way and pronounced that way before. Maybe it's not that one, but
should I bleep that out or should I not bleep that out?
No, it's his name.
Okay. Okay. Oh man, Jason Fuck. Where are you at?
The cast list under Wikipedia.
Where's cast list? I don't have a cast list. I have a casting. There it is. Okay. Oh yeah, it's Fuchf.
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't know how else you would pronounce that.
Yeah, I would say fucks too. I guess, huh?
Yeah, so that's his name.
Yeah. It's just I thought I heard you wrong.
No.
Like, I just know that's his name. I'm a child. Okay. So yeah, it's cast. Also, this movie, starring, what else? Not this shit, has a runtime of 128 minutes. That's 2 hours and 8 minutes. About 40 minutes too long. There's a lot of shit they could have cut out of this.
This movie should have ended 3 times.
You can't. I was doing that too. I was like, okay, that's where it could have ended. Oh, that's where it could have ended.
I was like, oh, the movie's over. Wait, no, why is it still going?
They could have saved this at all by just showing that little dumb montage at the end in the beginning. Like, got it, cool. I'm turning the movie off. I could have had that been done, but whatever. The budget was $30 million. This made so much money compared to it. Made $448 million. Like, yeah, it's not $1 billion, but for what it is, like that's a lot of damn money.
Bet you didn't make number 1, though.
No, it didn't.
What number is this?
I'm gonna scroll down. This is up there though. Hold on. This is, my God, I made number 17.
Yeah, well, it's 20 to 11 then.
Yeah. So number 20 is Ice Age Collision Course.
Wow, they were just still making Ice Age movies,
right? It's like I never heard of that one.
Okay.
Number 19 is Jason Bourne.
Wait,
that's
what?
The one. Jason Bourne. That's the one with is it not Matt Damon? Jeremy Renner.
Oh, it's the reboot. I was like,
yeah.
I saw those. I've seen those Bourne movies. They're good, but they're like,
no, this is hold on. This is the one. It's the one Matt Damon, the newest one.
I don't know. I thought the first one was called Jason Bourne. Oh no, it's Bourne Identity.
Identity Supremacy. This is the one with Matt Damon's return.
They're good movies. I like them.
Yeah.
They're fun action flicks.
Yes. Number 18 is Warcraft.
Oh, that terrible movie based on World of Warcraft.
Yeah, keeping the trend going with the whole bad video game movies. Number 17 is La La Land.
We got about an hour and a half of complaining coming up on that one. So,
number 16 is Kung Fu Panda 3. I like that series a lot.
I have never seen them.
Oh, they're generally fun. 15, X-Men Apocalypse.
Oh, wow, that's way down.
Yes, it is.
But that was not a good movie.
No, it wasn't. Number 14 is The Mermaid. Number 13 is Sing.
Okay.
The animals that sing pop songs.
Okay, no, I don't know it, but I know it. You know what I mean?
God. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I'm not going to see it. But number 12 I've seen is a good movie. Moana.
Actually, I've never seen it.
Oh, it's good. It's not great.
A lot of cartoons, huh?
Yeah. And number 11, another was a Marvel movie. Doctor Strange. Well, yeah. We got 26 of Star Trek Beyond. That's the third one of the new remakes. That's 26.
Yeah, well.
Wow. There's a Resident Evil for the final chapter. Well, I don't care, Marcus. I'm trying to get this review done. That's the box office. Is that it, I guess? We're behind this. There's stuff behind the scenes. There's not, we already kind of played about some things.
Talked about the. I mean, I guess.
There's other things we'll bring up during the.
There's also, I guess we got to talk about the stupid Oscar thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
Who won that year, anyways?
I don't know. I just know of the thing.
During that time there when Oscars was going on, the guy accidentally said La La was the winner. They didn't win, actually, and it actually was.
Was Moonlight.
Was it Moonlight?
It says Moonlight.
Yeah, it was Moonlight. That's right. I was going to pick that movie for a pick too, TJ. Son of a bitch. Yeah, it was Moonlight. But yeah, so that happened, and I guess that kind of upped this movie's popularity because, ha ha ha. But yeah.
And apparently there was also a German television prank in 2017. The Golden Camera, the German Film and Television Awards,
yeah,
which is an annual award show, had a comedian Jocko Winterschett and Klaus Heifer Omaloff, whatever. They arranged for a Ryan Gosling impersonator to be awarded the Best International Film Prize for La La Land. But following the event, a speaker for the television broadcaster ZDF asked for the trophy to be given back, stating that La La Land had won the prize and that the trophy would be given to the real Ryan Gosling.
Oh, yeah.
The incident, which became known as Gosling Gate, because of course it did, sparked criticism of the event's concept. Media and critics argued that the Best International Film Award had only been created in an effort to get Ryan Gosling on the show with no regards for the film's quality. The incident played a major role in the cancellation of the Golden Camera in 2019. And in 2018, Winterscheidt and Heifer were awarded the Gimme Award for their media criticism. I don't know what the Gimme Award. Grimmy Award?
Grime?
The Grammy Press is one of the most prestigious German television awards. It is named after the first general director of...
Jesus. Go and say on that one. Nordwest
Duster, yeah. Rundfunk. Adolf Grime. It has been referred to as Kino magazine as the German TV Oscars.
Oh, okay.
So apparently that was a thing.
God, this movie had a lot of controversy.
It sure did.
For no reason.
And if you look at the critical response under the Wikipedia page, there's 3 paragraphs of critical responses. The first 2 is just how the movie was praised to hell.
Yes.
And then the last one's like, the accolades from the audience and critics grew. The film received backlash due to some considered a disproportionate amount of praise.
Yes, and I'll get into that later with my thoughts on the movie, because like I said earlier, I was feeling these things and like, maybe it's just me.
No.
I'm like, okay, it's not just me. Good. I'm glad. But yeah,
like we were talking off mic, and I was like, I was not liking the movie, but when I started to dive into it and read the Wikipedia page, I started to not like it more.
Yeah, it's like oh my god. Yeah, so this movie, I feel this movie does not. I guess it's just a time. I guess it's like perfect just for 2016. I guess.
I guess.
I don't know. Maybe not. You want to get into it? I guess.
Not really, but I want to say right off the bat, though.
Yes.
The acting's fine.
Yeah.
The acting is fine when they're acting.
Oh my god, yeah, I'll say it too. Like, the movie is fantastic. Set aside this music part. Like, the music got in the way of the storytelling.
That
should never be a thing for a fucking musical.
Every time a musical number came out, I was surprised. I was like, wait, I forgot this was a movie. Yeah. This was a musical. Why is this a musical?
Yep. It's like, I love these actors to death, but Ryan Gosling did not hold a tune, I feel, in this movie.
No,
it wasn't terrible. I was doing better than I could do, but like, this is not a good singer right here.
I don't even know if it was the actor's fault. The lyrics were off or something.
Yes.
There was only one song that I thought was fine, and that was the main piano one went out throughout the whole thing, and that song was the only song throughout the whole movie that didn't feel just like either off or like not like almost off key.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. I guess it's probably because they're supposed to be amateurs, but even though he's not an amateur, I don't know. But yeah, it's just like the story was captivating. Like I said, when a song will come on, like, oh, that's right. Can I skip this part? Like, and like most of the songs, I can't even tell you what they were singing about, or like I can't even like whistle a tune to you because like they were just so unimportant to the story.
Because I just want to point out, like, Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone are fantastic.
They are.
I really like Emma Stone as an actress anyway.
Yes.
But even before coming into this, but we're gonna shit on this movie, and I want to state for the record, it is not the actor's fault.
No, this movie is technically well done. It's beautiful to watch, and they're great in it. It's just all the other shit.
Yeah.
Like, technically, this should have been a great musical. It's like, even the opening sequence, like, okay, I'm not ready for this early, but okay. It was like... Well,
the opening sequences got worse after I watched the movie. And I'll explain when we get to it. But
okay.
But like, yeah, I just wanted to point out, like, even J.K. Simmons was in a minor role was perfectly fine in it.
Yeah,
And
yeah. The casting.
John Legend, as for a musician, did perfectly fine in his role.
So speaking of opening sequence, we're gonna get right into it because apparently this movie starts off with a long musical, which is fine because they closed down a highway, I-70, one of the major highways in Los Angeles, and there's a big traffic jam musical, spectacular. And it's just setting the tone of what kind of musical this is going to be, maybe, but not really. Where everyone should start singing and dancing about something. I don't know what they're singing and dancing about, but they're singing and dancing. Yay!
It's a traffic jam, and then everyone just gets out of the car and starts singing about the sun and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, we're just establishing that this is how this world works and stuff like that. And like at any moment, everyone can just fall into dance and song and everything like that.
Yes.
Fine. Except this is the only time it happens.
Yes. Like I sat down, I turned this on, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be one of those kind of musicals. And then it's not that kind of musical. Like, what the
It's like, why is this here? Why did they all just do that? The rest of the movie is kind of based in reality, except for like two people at a time bursting out in a song to singing their song that really ties into nothing because the music and the music literally gets in the way of the story. But that's a whole different thing. But this is the only time everyone like stops what they're doing and good persons and song and dances and stuff like that.
Yeah, like everyone's out of their cars, like doing musical shit. Like, okay, if this is the musical I'm watching. But this is literally the only time. It's like
so it's like, why did they all just do that?
Yeah. And the worst part about that, the main characters aren't even in this. Like, they're just random people. We get to the main characters after all this is said and done.
The main characters are in the car, in two of the cars, but they're not a part of the musical at all.
Right? Now, if these characters were, like, dancing around the main characters while the main characters are still living their life, and they're, like, introducing, he's a blah, 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 and she's a da-da-da, sure. But, like, there's no reference to nothing in the main story. Like, why are we watching this?
This is just a random song put in the beginning of the movie for reasons.
Why'd you close down a major part of California to do this one random scene? Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
It's choreographed. Oh, by the way, the choreography was done by Mandy Moore. I mean, it's fine, but it's like, what does this have to do with anything? You establish something that doesn't make sense with the rest of the movie.
Like, I think it says off screen too. Like, I started watching this the night before this review, and I saw this, like, oh my god, I'm too tired to watch this. I turned it off after this. Turned it on again this morning and finished it off. Like, this is not how the movie started. Like, what? Where's the rest of the musical, like, weirdness? And it was like, oh man.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, God. But yeah, that's how this movie starts. Then after all that shit is said and done, we get introduced to the main characters. Let me say their names. I call him and her in the whole movie. Gosling's called Sebastian. Emma Stone's name is Mia, and every other character is characters. Doesn't matter. They're the only two ones with names that matter.
Well, they're the only real characters in the movie.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, she had her roommates for a hot second.
Yeah, everyone else kind of vanishes.
He's got his bosses that come and go. She has his parent. Yeah, wow. Yeah, she's got like no best. That's weird.
They're the only consistent characters throughout the whole movie. There's no consistent side character at all.
Which is good because they shoot the scene up, so that's good, I guess.
No, I mean, that's fine for if this was a straight romance movie, because this is actually a halfway decent romance movie.
Yeah.
It is, without a doubt. It's just the musical aspects get in the way of it, and everything else seems to be fighting against it. It's like there's a really good romantic movie in here that wants to come out. It's just trapped by all of its other crap.
Yeah, all the singing and dancers like stomps down on the fucking romance. Like, you get back down. This is our time to shine. Like, oh, we almost had something here. Like, I want to see someone edit all the crap out and I'll watch the. But see, the thing is though, like, one of my criticism to this, like, even the romance stuff, no matter, like, it's really good. But it's so, like, kind of predictable. Like, okay, this happens and this happens and this happens.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's not a smart, like, deep thought movie.
No. The moment I saw that the main actress was wanted to be an actress, I knew where that plot was going. The moment I saw that he was a struggling musician, I was like, oh, I know where that's going. Yep. And once they told us our dreams, they're both getting those dreams.
Yep. Like, now they stay together or not, who knows?
Yeah,
but, like,
the ending was the only, like, turn. And honestly, I think the movie would have been better if they would have ended up together.
Honestly, yeah.
Instead of what they went with, because honestly, they copped out at the ending anyway. So
Exact. Oh, yeah. I think this movie would have been better thinking about it if it was made in like the early or super early 2000s or late 90s, like before.
You know what? This movie would have been better if it was made in the time period they were going for.
Yes. Yeah, I'll give you that. I was thinking to myself, I was thinking like this should be in black and white. But the artist did it like a few years ago before this movie, so like they can't like copy the artist. But like this should be like a black and white film. That'd be way more enjoyable. And it's probably a silent film, just music, whatever. We get to Ryan Gosling, his characters, whatever his name is. He's in his car playing with his radio.
Seb or Sebastian.
Seb. It's kind of important, his name, I guess. He's playing his radio, blah, blah, blah.
Now, right here.
Yeah.
He's playing with his radio. He's got like this OCD thing with certain things.
Oh, is that what that is, you would think? I thought it was radio was junky.
No, because he turns down the music and then he turns it back up. He keeps turning it down. And then when he's playing at the piano for the first time with the record player, the record's playing, he takes it off, he plays for it, puts the record player back on. There's little ticks he's doing.
Oh, or maybe it's him trying to like learn this piano part by listening to it.
Maybe, but it seems that's possible too. That he's just keeps rewinding to listen to certain parts over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
So, but those little ticks are happening. But then after the first section, what do we start in winter?
Oh yeah, I mean, this is I think it's winter because like a year later. This movie's broken down into seasons. This first section is winter. Yeah.
So, but after winter, he never does it again.
Yeah.
All those ticks, those weird ticks that he has, all the weirdness the character has vanishes after winter.
I would say it's him probably trying to learn that part, or like
that's fine, but he's a little strange in the character's weird in the beginning.
Yes, he is. He really is.
Like he's like goes 5 miles out of the way to drink coffee across from a club and stuff.
Well, that's the hipstery bullshit part.
Yeah, I know, but all that stuff that they made him in that character disappears.
Yes.
Completely gone after this. Everything, the story finally happens. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, so I guess you're just not that person anymore. You're just this person now.
Yeah, they instead of showing, they more say what he is. Like, no, let's see the things that he is. That's the kind of like the bad directing at that point. But after we meet him, he's stuck it behind Emma Stone's character.
Emma Watson was actually supposed to do this.
Yeah, that's why I almost said her name. So yeah, Emma Watson, I guess we'll say it now. She was originally supposed to be Emma Stone's character, but she got casted for Beauty and the Beast. And coincidentally, Ryan Gosling turned down Beast's role and did this instead. And so that's a little fun behind the scenes shit for you guys.
I never saw the Beauty and the Beast movie, but I heard it's really popular.
Yeah, it's probably good. I don't like cash grabs, so.
But I mean, it's a Disney. That's not my point. But it's Disney remake thing, whatever. Yeah. But I heard bad thing about Emma Watson singing in it.
Oh, that is a musical too, I guess, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I wonder how bad this movie would be if she's actually that bad. If she was in this one,
I mean, that'd been good because he's bad too, Gosling. So those would have either carried each other and like.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm just wondering. But actually, Gosling wasn't supposed to be in this either.
Yeah, it was supposed to be. What's his name? I hate his face. He's in Whiplash. He was in Whiplash. Whatever. The main guy in Whiplash. You guys know who I'm talking about. He was in Fantastic Four.
Miles Teller.
Yes. He's got a really punchable face. He's probably a nice dude, but yeah. I just want to slap his face like, you son of a bitch. So, yeah, we meet Emma Stone. She's sitting in front of Gosling's vehicle, and she's in her car running over lines because she's a struggling new actress. And like, I want to be something one day. It's my storyline. And as traffic starts going, Gosling is like keeping at her. He's like, go! And she goes around her. They give each other dirty looks, flip each other's off. And that's how these characters meet, guys. They're already on rocky roads.
Oh, no, look, they don't like each other.
Right? What'll ever happen? So he's following.
They can't possibly end up in a relationship later.
Right? That can't work out. So we follow Emma Stone. Her day is she works at a coffee shop on the lot of one of the big studios.
Warner Brothers.
Is it Warner Brothers?
Yeah.
Okay, Warner Brothers. And she just sees all the pretty best actresses come in. No one gives her time of day. And she wants to be that one day. So we follow her, and she goes into her first audition for something on the phone. She's good at it. She's crying tears about saying some really heavy dialogue, but people at the audition.
So 2 things about this.
Yeah.
First, man, I do not want to be an actor if this is what they have to do.
This is exactly what they go through, and it's shitty.
This is it's so shitty.
Yeah.
And, like, the lines they're reading for, it's like, oh, that's so bad. Why?
Yep. They give you mediocre dialogue to like read in a stale room with these people just sitting there watching you, either on their phone or eating or doing something else. Just like it's just still like the worst, most awkward thing ever, and it's just what actors go through. I feel bad for them.
I'm like, no thanks, this is bad. And 2, there is something just that bothered me about a famous actress in this role rising up in a movie about glamorizing this. Like, you know what I mean? Just like it's just famous actor pretending to be a struggling actress coming up. It just bothered me. Only in other movies it's fine because it's the point of it. But in this movie particular, it was bothering me.
I'm glad you said that because I had the same feeling every time I saw those 2 dancing around. Again, they did great, but it just felt weird seeing these 2 all-stars doing this movie. Like it really should have been unknown people. I think this movie elevates to stardom because this is like. I know they've been through this shit, so they're like doing like we've been through this, but like I want to see unknowns doing this role.
Yeah, it felt almost insulting.
Yes,
if you know what I mean. Like, look at us again. Not the actor's fault.
Yes. I think I wouldn't even say the director's fault because it sounds like it'd be a good thing to have these 2 guys, actors, do this.
Like, but I think it's only because it's this movie that it's not working in, and because of what this movie is.
Yes.
I don't know. It just bothered me the entire movie.
Yeah, or maybe get more 2 people who may be famous but like have the old Hollywood look.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
The charming looks of both the lead, the male and female actress. Right. I think if they had that old Hollywood look, it would have been like, okay, I see where you're going with this.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you fix it. It might be an us thing.
It honestly. Could be.
So, but it just bothered me a little, and I'm not criticizing the movie based on it. It was just something that, you know,
it was distracting. It was like, this feels off.
Yes.
Yeah. God damn, we've been reviewing for too long, TJ, to have the same feelings about shit. Like who else would that bother? Come on.
Oh well, I don't know. Other critics?
I hope so. Well, after her, before she got to her interview or her screen read thing, she was rushing out of the office, out of the coffee shop. She got coffee blast on her, so they kind of ruined her off her jive. Doesn't matter. She walks out.
No, the coffee is she has to wear a coat to her audition while everyone else is wearing the uniform and stuff. I never understood that. Like, is that really how it goes in casting? Everyone shows up and looks exactly the same?
If you're going for a role, yeah. Like, if they want a big, black, burly prison person guy to be in prison, I would go for the role. You'll see all of me's, essentially.
Well, no,
or if you're going for a look.
But like
usually the wardrobe, not usually. Unless it says it in the thing, usually not that.
Yeah, I don't know. If it was me, I would not show up with the wardrobe and stuff like that. Yeah. You can't help if they're looking for a redhead or something like that. That's fine. You're gonna have a bunch of redheads, but to actually show up, I don't know. You're there to show that you're acting chops. You're not there to show that you are a mechanic.
Exactly. I mean? Unless it's a specific role they need you for, and unless it's usually never ever the first auditions too. I was like, they'll get a few screenings done and like, okay, come in wearing this color scheme or whatever, see if you really fit the thing. But yeah. Anyways, so she goes through all that. She fails it, sadly. And then we see her get to her apartment, and all her roommates are there. I don't know.
I think she got lucky, didn't she? Not have to play in that shitty script that they had for her.
She was acting her eyes out. She did great in that too.
I know she is an amazing actress. Yeah. I love Emma Stone.
Oh, so do I. Like most roles she's in, I enjoy her in.
So it's like she's fantastic. It's just
Yeah. So we get to our musical number, our first or second one. Our second one, I guess technically, and it's about something. Roommates want her to go out to a club.
And it's just these 4 people or 5 people singing this song. And it's like, okay, I mean, we're at this point, I'm like, oh, so, I mean, they're in a small area, sure. Mm-hmm. But then people in the musicals just keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And it's like, oh, I guess, okay.
Like we'll have a few background dancers or part of the surround, like, but like not much to make it like a whole highway. Like you say, because I think the problem is they set the bar so high for what kind of musical it's going to be. Like we shut down a highway for this, guys. Get ready for this fucking musical, and like, oh, it's just that's it. That's it. Like the rest of it's just those two on screen singing and dancing.
They shut down a highway. I'd be pissed if I lived in LA. For you want to shut me down the highway down for this bullshit?
Yeah, then you go to see the movie, like that better be a good scene, and that's what it was. Like what? Oh, I was late to work that day. Damn it. So the roommates persuade Emma Stone, Mia, to go to the party, the Hollywood party. And she goes there. She's just uncomfortable. Like this doesn't jive people there because they all Hollywood elites. You know, they just suck in pretentious and uninteresting people. But
what is the point of this party?
I don't know. Actually, I'll just show that there's more music in it.
There is a musical number in it, right?
Yeah, there is a musical number, but I don't. All the songs are so forgettable. I couldn't tell you what they're about.
But like we get like 3 songs in the first 20 minutes or something like that.
Oh yeah.
So we're hit with them back to back to back. So it's like, okay, it's a musical, and then after that, it's like they show up so sporadically and out of nowhere. It's like, okay, but like at this point, I'm like, okay, so we're just at this party, so Mia can sing another song, right?
Yeah. Like I was kind of almost wanted to be the point where like Les Mis, where they sang every word. Like either go that route or like make the musicals like numbers worth it. Like this is just weird and like so sporadic. But after the part.
Have you ever seen Frozen?
No.
Okay. Well, Frozen, like 90% of their songs are in the first act.
Wow.
And then it just stops after a certain point and stops being a musical. That's what this felt like a little bit.
I'm surprised.
So,
but yeah,
except Frozen had a much better soundtrack.
Yeah. And I'll say this now, I'll get out of the way now. I feel like a lot of musical problems, like why a lot of musicals are just not good, is because their musical numbers aren't memorable good. Like I was watching another one that was really popular recently, and I just found like the music in it, the songs were just so shitty and like pointless. Whereas a good musical will have catchy songs or songs you'll remember, you'll whistle out.
So I was thinking about this. Like, I think the most recent musical I've seen is Sweeney Todd.
Okay.
And that was what? 10, 15 years ago now?
That was early 2010s.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering if maybe modern musicals aren't that good.
Well, they're good to a point, because even then, like, the fan base is going to like them a lot because it's a musical.
Yeah, well, so, the fan base is going to like anything.
Exactly.
That's but my whole point, as far as quality goes, maybe this is just the state of musicals. It's very Hollywood, if that makes any sense.
At least non-Disney musicals, I would agree. And it's sad.
Non-Disney musicals. Disney is a whole different category.
Yeah, exactly. But like these kind of musicals,
this and Les Mis and stuff like that. Like I heard Les Mis wasn't that great either.
But again, it's just like stage plays are hard to adapt, I would assume. Like original ones like this, yeah, they're not good. They're just not good. I don't know why. Hamilton I heard was great, but then I forgot about Hamilton.
Hamilton was really good. But Hamilton's a play. It's not a movie.
Yeah, I mean, I guess exactly. So if they were to make it that to a movie, it probably wouldn't translate well. So it's just I don't know. I think musicals are like the subject in this movie, how jazz is just falling to the wayside. I think musicals are the same. Just not.
I don't know if they're falling in the wayside. I just think they need to get someone who knows how to write.
Yeah.
Not only write a story, but is able to write music.
Yes. I get also the Jerry Bruckheimer, right? He's the one who's popular back then.
I don't know. The songs and score for La La Land were composed and orchestrated by Justin Hurwitz, Chazelle's Harvard University classmate.
Yeah. Exactly. And you can tell these are like student songs or like just like not top tier professional songs. It is what it is. Like you can't really carpet for that, I guess. You can. I don't know. You there?
Yeah, I mean, like, okay. There's only like I said, there's only the City of Stars song was pretty good.
Yeah.
In it, and the last song that she sings in her audition that makes it.
That was good. The City of Stars, and I did like John Legend's bit.
Oh yeah, I mean, but he's John Legend.
Exactly.
Now I just will be like, you're gonna get a John Legend song out of it, but it didn't fit into this movie either.
But I think it was probably the point of it, like it's showing that he's not on. We'll get to it, but that's probably the point of it. But yeah. But for the movie itself, those two that you mentioned were the top tier ones.
But yeah, like I said, I think John Legend scored that whole thing. Like,
probably
it wasn't like someone else wrote it in there.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So, anyways, yeah. After the party, Mia, apparently parked in the wrong place, and she got car towed. That's the point of the story. So she goes to the party, gets her car towed because she was parked in the wrong spot. She's got to walk home. On her way walking home, she walks past a club that's playing. She walks in because she hears the music and looks like a good piano player.
Is
And
that what happened? I didn't know. Realize
yeah,
she got her car towed.
yep, yeah, she got a car towed. That's a catalyst to getting her there. And lo and behold, it's him who's playing the music. It's Gosling playing the music, and she sees him get playing it. And we cut to
I was
Gosling's side of
supposed
the
to say
story.
we didn't get.
No,
We didn't get to that point yet.
no.
I was wow. Didn't even realize. Okay,
What?
I didn't even realize she was in there. I thought the first. I guess she'd get. Okay, yeah. I'm putting it together again.
The movie's long, and so I feel like you forget a lot of things in this movie until they show you it again and again and again. So now, yeah, we get to reintroduce as Ryan Gosling. So we see him in the cars again. He got his pastor gives her a finger. We follow him to his. Where's he going first? His apartment. We see him at his apartment, and in his apartment is like gets empty because he's just still unpacking. He collects. He's a jazz fanboy. He's a very pretentious jazz boy fanboy.
There's
He's like
two things about this too. Like he comes into his apartment and his sister's there.
yes.
She broke in and she's like, "Call this girl." I don't know why he needs to call this girl. Who is this girl? Is this
They don't mention it again. I don't know.
But yeah, the sister and the girl he's supposed to call never mentioned again. Go on after this.
Yep. She's just there to like, hey, she's here to tell the audience my brother is her dad's gone. My brother is broke and he needs to find a job. It's essentially that's it.
And I had a little problem with Ryan Gosling's character in the jazz fanboy fan. It felt almost like white savior complex.
Yep. I felt the same thing. I was like, I can do the rant right now. I agree.
It's like he's the only one that could save jazz that's dying.
Yes.
And it's like, good.
And the problem with that is like it's always the white guys love jazz so much. It's always in Hollywood movies, the white guy loves jazz. It's never a young black person loves jazz. If a black person likes jazz, it's always an old black man likes jazz, and that's it. And an old black man shows a young white guy that likes jazz, like, hey, you're gonna like jazz because of this. It's never like a young black person's like journey to love jazz. And
Think about it.
Annoying.
Thinking about it,
yeah,
I think they should have probably put John Legend in this role.
No, not even John. They could have had any other young black person.
I'm just saying, like,
yes,
if just they switched Ryan Gosling's and John Legend character, I think it would have made the movie better.
It would have been great, exactly. But the problem, I thought this to myself. I was telling myself this whole angry issue about why the white man got to save jazz. It's like if Hollywood had made this a black lead movie, they would have changed the story so much so this could have been the same story as just black cast. It could have been the same story, and it still would have been great. If they would have made it a black lead cast, they would have had to make the black people struggle. They would have had to make them more quote unquote black, like Hollywood black, like show them all angry and oppressed and shit, and it'd been way too depressing and angering to watch. And we lost all the subtext to this shit. I think.
I mean, I guess you have to change the entire cast to black.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have to make it like a black struggle. You wouldn't have to make it a black movie.
My point is why you could just make the lead male actor a black guy and still have Emma Stone or whatever.
Yeah, and I agree. But I'm just saying Hollywood would have.
Yeah, I know they would have.
They would have made because you can't have another racial thing. They usually don't have a black man chase a white woman because that's scary to white people. So they either have to have two black casts or maybe a white guy and a black girl introduced the jazz to him. But they would have just done some bullshit Hollywood shit to made it terrible.
And to be fair, this is definitely Mary Sue with the Ryan Gosling character for the director and writer.
Yes.
So this is very much him.
Yes.
And it's like, this is what I am.
Exactly.
Praise me.
Yes. And I told you. I know I told you about this movie, TJ, before we saw this movie. You know how they get to the level of a college scene? Remember I told you another rant, like every Hollywood love film always shows you old Hollywood films that people would never know in the normal day. But like, of course, the film student is going to show that in the fucking movie he's making because, of course, remember that? Like, always the film nerds and shit. Like, it's just
Rebel Without Cause is not. I thought that was a popular movie.
It's popular, but like, do most people nowadays know that movie?
No, to me that's fair.
Yeah,
but that movie was made like 8 years ago or something like
but
that.
of course
Now
they're going to show it in this movie because a film student made this movie. He's like, oh, guys, it's a good movie. Like, we all know it's a good movie if you're a fan of that shit, but if you're not a fan of that shit, you're not going to know this movie. But yeah. This movie would have been
Marcus railing on film student coming from the film student.
Yeah, it's just knowing the background. I know the bullshit that they're gonna put into the movie, and of course they put it into the movie. And again, if Hollywood have made this to a black-led movie, it would have been a totally different
movie.
BLM, Black Lives Matter, like just all the black struggles they try to cram in. Like, aren't you guys happy we're making a movie? Yeah, but like you don't have to make it this way. Just make it a movie.
Just have a struggling artist thing that they did here. Except that is so cliche too.
I know. This whole movie's cliche as shit.
Really? They're doing this again?
Yes. Yeah. Like I said, it's not a deep movie. It's very beat by beat, you know where it's gonna go movie. And it's like, man. But it would have been better if it wasn't a white savior, for sure. I totally agree.
We're only at the Ryan Gosling part where he's going at. And at this point, I'm not even like completely against the movie yet.
No. I honestly, at no point in the movie I was totally like, this movie. It's just like...
Oh, I got there at 2 points.
Oh, really?
There was 2 points. I was like, I'm done with this movie.
Okay, that's interesting. So, yeah, we get to Ryan Gosling. Teehee. His sister says, you're poor, get a job. He's like...
No.
Yeah, like, no, because there's no real... He's just a purist.
He's like, nope, I'm going to start my club of jazz and save all jazz.
But you had to get a money and job first before you could do that point, man. So he kind of succumbs.
You forgot to mention he got scammed, too.
Oh, he got scammed. And everyone knew it was a scam, but he didn't know it was a scam. And no one told him it was a scam because...
He's an idiot.
Yeah. So what's that term when you like do the thing you don't want to do just to make bread, to make money? It's a term. Whatever. He does something. There's a term.
Sell out?
He doesn't sell. He does like, you gotta do the thing you don't want to do just because you gotta do that thing to help get by. It's not sell out. It's an older term. I don't know. He eats his words, I guess, and he gets a job at a place that he was kind of fired at beforehand, and he's just got to play Jingle Bells and all the Christmas crappy music. And his complaint is no one pays attention. This music should be like listened to and applauded, not talked over. And so while playing this music, he tries to jazz it up and makes it his own. Well, the boss isn't happy and fires him on the spot, even though it's Christmas Day. Ryan Gosling's not happy. He starts walking out, and somebody walks past or into Emma Stone as she's trying to say, your music's really good. And he hits her, bumps into her, and walks out.
To be fair, the one track, The City of Stars, is pretty good up until he jazzes it up and it kind of gets crappy.
Yeah, no, it's really good. So
I'm gonna point this out right now.
Yeah.
Not a fan of jazz.
No?
Not really.
I love jazz. I like good jazz.
Not at least not the jazz they portrayed in this movie.
No?
No.
I like that jazz he's not playing, but like talking to, like when he takes her to the jazz club and the people are actually playing jazz.
Like his jazz is what I'm getting at.
Yeah. His jazz is good. Yeah. Why did I type in gluten-free?
I don't know. Begrudgingly?
No, gluten-free.
No, the word you were thinking of, begrudging. That's
the word. Yeah, begrudgingly. He begrudgingly does the thing. Yeah. Thank you, TJ. Yeah, she gets fired. Then we jump into the spring, and now Emma Stone's character is at a party.
I'm actually curious. Is Ryan Gosling actually that good with the piano?
No, I said it in the thing. Like he never played piano before. He had to learn how to play. So maybe he is that. Maybe he's good, but maybe because
he's pretty good for someone that doesn't know how to play a piano.
That's fair, but we have untrained. Maybe to a trained professional, they'll see like he's doing sloppy work. But to us, yeah, he's doing good for not knowing how to play.
And to be fair, they probably edited it.
Yeah, that too. Exactly. So now we're in the springtime. There's a house party. Emma Stone's there because she's there, I guess. And there's a cover band. There's an 80s cover band playing music. And who's on the piano, guys? It's Gosling. No way. Small world.
Yeah, they just happen to keep running into each other.
Yeah, because they gotta be in love.
It's not like Los Angeles is a giant city with millions of people in it that,
Right.
They just happen to be in the same areas all the time.
No, I guess maybe they have the same circles. No, they don't. They don't have the same circles at all. They're two totally different people. Two totally different people. So yeah. But small world to small world. Emma Stone's trying to get away from people because some people are just, again, Hollywood people are just shitty.
There's this writer there who's up-and-coming writer, and he's hanging on her, essentially.
Yeah, he's trying to date her or be with her. Even though, weirdly enough, like, get to a point we're going to get to, it was like, what? So she sees him playing, she requests Iran, the song Iran.
Yeah, it was they were playing something before that.
Yeah, song I know, but I don't know
Yeah,
Iran.
it's one of the. But then she requests Iran, and then Ryan Gosling's like they both look at each other like this is the worst song you can actually play.
I guess.
And I'm like, what?
I guess there's like some.
Why is that so insulted? I
Yeah.
didn't get it.
Yeah, to be fair, he's just ready. Doesn't want to be doing this job. He's just doing the job to get money. And it's obvious he's doing the thing for money.
I know, but she like particularly chose that song as if it was something terrible for him to have to play.
If they could have played Piano Man or something else, I would have been overplayed. Like, okay, get that, but
Piano Man's a fantastic song.
It is, but it's like one of those to death songs we've all heard to death. I never heard Iran before, so like
you never heard that's Iran before, really?
No, not to my not to the point where like I know it like that.
That song's played to death. I don't know why you haven't said that one.
Maybe it's just zoning out. Who knows? So, anyways, he plays a song. She's making fun of him. She's dancing.
Maybe it's because Iran is not very technical with the piano.
Maybe
I don't know. I didn't get it. I didn't understand why it was such a bad thing.
I'm listening to the song right now. I don't know because he says to her when he hunts her down in the party and sees to her like, "Hey, you shouldn't have requested that song. It's such a whatever song for us to play, pianist, and like, okay." And he like nags her, and so at the end of the party, he gets his car.
Wait! This is months later.
This is spring. So yeah.
Oh, we cut over to spring. Okay.
Yeah.
The movie is very bad at telling you when things are happening.
It's trying to. I guess it's trying to be
like
vague.
they tell you what season you're in, but then you kind of got to guess how many months or years and stuff passed at that point, and it's like, okay.
Another movie does it better, and that's 500 Days of Summer. So, anyways, so he's got his car. He's got at the end of the party. Everyone's waiting for the valet to get their shit together. He's got his keys already. She sees him like, "Hey, can you get my keys for me?" There's a funny bit. She said it's a Prius, and it's all but Prius cars because it's Hollywood. Ha ha ha. So he gets her keys. They walk to find her car, even though she doesn't know where it's parked at. Oh, because valet parked it for her, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess, okay. And so they're walking and talking, and there's a musical number. I think they're trying to learn who each other are at this point. I don't know.
No, they're singing about how they're wasting a lovely night with each other. Well, it's because it's a beautiful night, but I'm here with you, essentially. As if
okay.
Yeah, that's what the song was about. And
gotcha.
It's like, and they're like, and I'm sitting here like, you're clearly gonna be together. This is stupid.
I know. And that's the thing, like this movie's so like it's so clearly that kind of like romance story. Is like, did we have to go through this? Did we have to sit through 2 hours of this shit, guys? Of will they, won't they, then they do, then they don't. Like, did we have to see this again?
I mean, whatever happened to, two people being attracted together and it just slowly starts liking each other?
Yeah.
Why is it always going to start off like, I hate you?
Because this is a love letter to those kind of movies.
Oh,
don't you want to see that again, guys? No. Just like, hey, you're pretty, I'm pretty. We kind of started off shittily, but let's make something out of this. And then fizzle out. Not like, kind of like you. Anyways, it's a cute musical number. It's nice. It's well executed. It's well done. It's good.
I was kind of bored, honestly.
No, it's boring, but it's well done because it's. I think it's boring because it's.
I don't know. I didn't get anything out of it. It was like,
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Yeah, that's fair. But she gets to her car. He walks back to his car, which is still at the party. So I thought he was like trying to hide his car from her, but like she already saw it before. So like, why would he try to hide it? But I guess
I didn't get that either.
Yeah, maybe he was being a nice guy helping her find her car. I don't know.
But she offers to drive him back to his car, and he's like, "Nah, I'm right over here." And then
he does say that. So yeah, but like
why? What?
Yeah, she already saw.
Are you embarrassed or something?
Right? You shouldn't be.
Actually, your card's not that bad.
No, I mean
it's old.
But it's like.
But it's still like a convertible. So.
Exactly. So weird. So next day we get to Emma at her job, and there's some kind of conflict. Oh, she's got to work a day or for some shit, but she doesn't want to work that. Doesn't matter. Some small conflict of her business.
She has to close on the night she has an audition.
Yeah, but it doesn't really come into play later, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, it doesn't come back. So a lot of shit doesn't just come back. They just drop plot lines, and it's like, why? They just bring it up in the first place if you're not going to go through with it.
Exactly. Like I thought she was going to get fired because, like, oh, my boss fired me for something. But no, it doesn't come back. She still has a job later, so it doesn't matter. But Gosling visits her, and he's like, hey, let's go walk and talk and learn each other. And she's like, deal.
This is where the gluten-free comes in. The customer comes up to ask if the cake's gluten-free.
Oh, I guess it's a joke because it's all cake. And it's like...
And she's like, I don't know. And she's like, I want a refund. She's like, I gotta go ask. So she goes to ask, but it doesn't ask. It gets like yelled at. Goes back. Ryan Gosling sitting there, and she's flirting with Gosling as the customer's still waiting. She's like, about to give the lady her return. She's like, and then she goes back to her boss because she has to get permission.
Tee hee hee. Isn't it funny, guys? It's cute. So her Gosling and Emma, Gosling Stone, Emma.
I mean, there's
Ryan.
All those words were right.
I know. I'm trying to see like what's easy for me to say.
Mia and Sebastian.
Sebastian, Mia. Sebastian
or
and Mia.
Mia is Seb.
Yeah, Mia and Seb, the main two people. It's a weird name coupling. They walk through the lot and they see behind the scenes of movies getting made because Hollywood's awesome, and they're just trying to. And they tell her backstory. She should have been a lawyer. But he's like, nah, you be an actress. You should be doing what you like and be good at it. And he's not. Does he even say anything about himself in this part or no?
I don't
he's
remember.
Just like, I like jazz, and jazz is great. And
and she says she hates jazz.
Yeah, and he's like, bitch, I'm gonna show you why jazz is great.
It's not what he says.
No, but she's got a call back. So they go back to.
So he takes her to a jazz club.
She gets a call back first, though.
No, she doesn't. They go from the lot to the jazz club.
Okay, and this is where he's like really nerding out.
This is where this is where he's talking about the jazz and stuff, and then this is where John Legend shows up and says, "Hey, you got a job."
Not this early.
Oh no,
That's
you're
later.
right.
Yeah. John Legend's way later in the movie. This is still the first half of the fucking movie.
Right.
But he is here, sitting here like
he is there, right?
Okay.
So we get the same scene twice, is what you're telling me.
Of him being pretentious and shitty
and explaining like they're at a club. Oh, he was playing at the club when the John Legend shows up. Yeah.
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah,
probably sure. This scene, though. Okay. Yeah, this scene's like the first date, and he's like, "Jazz is awesome."
That's bad when all the scenes seem to blend together.
They do, and he's like, "This is like the conflict of like how this is the piano's conflict against the trumpets, and like they're trying to battle it out, kind of." And the song ends like it's great, and then he says, like, rub off the call. Oh, she gets a call back during this, and she goes back and is like, "Hey, I got the job I was talking about," or call back to the job I was talking about. I was like, "Awesome," and she references rub off the calls, and he's like, "You never seen that movie, have you?" She's like, "No, I never seen Rub Off the Calls," and he's like, "Let's make a kind of a for a research date to go see Rebel Without a Cause tomorrow, Monday night at 10.
Isn't this also where she reveals that she was like acting in her bedroom for her aunt and stuff?
No.
As a kid,
maybe.
Across from the library, and they watch the movies.
Yeah, probably.
Because that's a big point too.
I live in a house across from the library. Remember that, guys?
Because the library had movie section, and she would watch it with her aunt, and her aunt then she would act as a child. The scenes out in their room with her aunt.
Yeah, this movie could have been this movie's missing something. I don't know what, but it's missing something. Maybe because it's too long. Maybe because it's just drawn out to 2 hours.
Maybe
if it was a little bit shorter and more consistent, this would have been great.
Once a relationship gets going, it grinds to a stop. The movie.
Remember music, guys? It's not in this part. It's like, God damn it. Yeah. So like all of this, like leading up to that, is like it's kind of good. It's like okay. So he's got once they pass ways, go with their own ways to the next day. He's got a musical number, kind of, not really. The next day is her callback, and she's gonna call back. She reads one line, the guys are like, "That's it, we're good. Don't need to say any more of this shit." And she's like, "Aw," but she goes on a date with her boyfriend, guys. She's got a boyfriend.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
Yeah, and then
we never heard from him at all at this point. Up until this point, I thought she was single.
Yeah, so she got a boyfriend. She got a date for a boyfriend. At the same time, the movie's supposed to be going on, so she's got to go for her boyfriend. Unfortunately, and this whole scene is like so pointless. And they could have cut the scene out. They could have cut her boyfriend subplot out because it does not come in later at all. She doesn't like say, "Oh, by the way, Gosling, I have a boyfriend." Isn't that weird? It's just pointless. It's just.
There is a point to it to show that she's a terrible person.
Yes, and that's what I don't like about this. That shows that she's that's just bad. Like, no.
Because she first of all, she abandons Ryan Gosling at the movies. I guess they don't have each other's phone numbers.
Yes, thank you.
I guess they never exchange phone numbers, so they can't call each other. They just happen to keep meeting up in separate places and never bother to
not texting like, "Hey, I got into something."
Like literally, I literally don't think they gave each other their phone numbers. It's not. So it's like I guess we're just hoping that you're gonna be there at this point in time. Yep. But instead of going, she goes to dinner with her boyfriend,
who she doesn't like
and
apparently.
I don't know if she doesn't like him. I think she's just very bored by him.
Yeah, but then like during the dinner, she's just sitting there, yeah, because she's realizing this guy sucks, and like it just makes her look bad because she wants to chase something she doesn't have.
The conversation at the dinner is boring.
Yes, it's
essentially.
Like, okay, but then she hears the music playing in the background, and it's jazz music. She's like, I should be with the guy right now that I kind of have more interest in.
Is it the jazz music, or is it that the same like that song that? Their theme's song, essentially.
It could be their song, but some kind of jazz playing in the background. That he made a statement that says like jazz, or like she made a statement earlier, probably like people talk over jazz, and she says, "Yeah, we turn on jazz, talk over it." And he says, "No, you should be listening to it." Blah blah blah. And so she picks up on it in the background, in the diner, or in the restaurant. She starts listening to it. Like, you know what? She looks at the guy she's dating. She says, "I'm sorry," and just gets up and walks out on.
Just runs out on him.
Yeah, it's like
we never see an explanation, and we never see them, reconcile or nothing. It's like, okay, you're just a terrible, horrible person.
Yep, this scene should not be here because it makes her look awful.
They didn't show the boyfriend being a dick or anything. He seemed like a perfectly fine person.
It does. She was just bored with him. Like, that's not good. That's not how you write a character's exit out of another. Like, they should have made this the callback scene, in my opinion. Like, I have a call, but then she go text him. Like, this whole part is just like problematic. And it's like they should have each other's phone numbers. She should have just like communicating with him. Like, it's just like, really, this is bad. Yep. So after that, Hershey's a bad person now. She runs, but I guess they wanted this scene in here to like show you that she ran to him and got to him in time. But later on, when he runs to her, he doesn't get to her in time. So she must be good.
When does he run to her?
Remember, he gets the photo shoot later, and he should be at her opening night. Yeah. So like, it kind of have those like.
I don't know if that's it or not. I don't think that's it though.
That's my excuse, because if it's not that scene should have been in here, because that scene's bad.
Because at this point in the relationship, there's no relationship. It's just kind of like there's no obligations. She either shows up or she doesn't.
Yeah.
There's nothing to it. But when at that point. They're in a committed, loving relationship at that point, and he just kind of fucking abandons her.
And but she like, I guess it plays into part like he was away on business, right? And she kind of leaves him for there. Gosling goes away on business a lot, and she leaves him there too as well. So maybe she is kind of the bad person because she gets bored or she gets like feels empty. I don't know.
I don't think either one of them are particularly good people.
No, they're not. Definitely not.
so
definitely not. But I thought I should be rooting for her throughout the movie, or him too, or someone. But I don't know. So yeah,
like I'm not gonna lie, I wanted them to be together at the end of the movie.
Same,
but
they're not.
But they're not. They're almost sociopathic, both of them.
Yeah. Yes. He's too pretentious and pompous and into his shit and hipstery, and he's not.
They're both self-involved.
Yes, self-centered, self-involved. Yes,
they are,
and that's why they're in Hollywood. That's why they're in LA.
Actress and musician, I guess.
And they're meant to be for each other, but they're too like self-involved to be for each other. So that's why they fall apart. They're not rootable people. They're not likable, rootable people. So they end up in a movie together at Rebel Without a Cause because they have to be in that movie because.
That's a good movie, by the way, Rebel Without a Cause.
So I hear. I know it's on my list. I should have picked that instead. And they watch it. They have like a romantic time. They go grab hands. About to kiss during the movie, but
my god, almost kissed like 3 times throughout the movie. I was like, just do it. You know it's gonna fucking happen. Why are we dragging this out?
Because it's got to be romantic at the planetarium. So the movie burns out, and she's like, I got an idea.
But they don't. Never mind. Go. Continue.
No, you're good. Let's go to the planetarium at nighttime and break into it. And
why?
Because it's romantic.
But here's my question. They're watching Rebel Without a Cause. The movie like breaks.
Yes.
For sure. I guess the film. I don't know what that's called. Teared or whatever.
I should know the word for this. It didn't tear. It definitely, I think.
It like melted on screen. It melted on screen. I don't know what happened. The movie just stopped, and she's like, "I have an idea," and I thought it would have something to do with movies or Rebel Without a Cause. But now we're at the observatory. What? We didn't even hear about the observatory until now. Why are we here?
Right? Because this
is our date. Okay, but why the observatory? It's just random.
Why is the observatory a big part of LA? Is it something special? No, there's other Hollywood shit they could have gone to. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know why they went here. It was random as shit.
It did not make fit thematically at all what they were doing. I was like, what?
Right.
Okay. And I know why they did it.
Why?
Well, when you explain it.
They go around dancing around things, and they end up in like the dance sequences, like at in the stars. Is that why you think they did it?
They did it for the stupid dancing in the stars thing. Yeah, that was the only reason why they're there. And this is one of the first points I was like, I'm done with this movie.
Yeah, but they could have done better with that, though. They could have done they were on a date at nighttime. Any sequence with the sky behind them would have been great for the sequence.
Yeah, I know.
They could have gone to the damn beach and done it. It would have been beautiful.
This is where I broke a little bit with this movie, because they're dancing in the observatory in it, and then all of a sudden gravity just disappears.
Yep.
And they're dancing in the stars, and it's like, you have been grounded for most of this rest of the movie.
Yes.
Out of nowhere, this movie just, all of a sudden we got space and they're dancing in stars, and it's not like it was in their imagination or anything, because they don't show them waking up. They show them landing back down onto the ground. Like, this actually happened.
Oh, so the other part that must have broke you was like by the end of the movie when that happens again, I guess, huh?
The whole ending.
Yeah, okay.
The whole ending.
Yeah.
Because it makes no sense with the context of the entire movie.
Okay.
The movie takes place in a reality where just people just happen to jump, break into dance. They've never once established that there are different rules in this thing, and all of a sudden, now we're floating in the sky. Why don't they float in the sky at the other point in this movie? Why?
The movie's messy.
Does gravity just not work and not part of the observatory at that time of night? Why? Where does the observatory go? Are they in space when they're dancing right now?
I think they had a budget, and we got to spend the budget. We shut down the highway. That was a good portion, but we got more money to spend. Let's close down the observatory and film here. And they could have done this on the beach. Like I said, they could have been a nice nighttime beach. They could have the sky nicely lit, reflecting in the ocean. They could have nice starry dances there. And it could be more romantic and they could have appear in the background. It could have done so much way.
If not only did the dance sequence in the observatory break all the rules that they were already doing, but it also felt like, oh, look at me, look at this artsy thing that I'm doing. This is aren't I the greatest director ever?
But
I felt it.
No, I love you. That's literally I zoned out that part. So that's why I don't have that much visceral hate towards it. But I get it.
Like, and it happens. This is what, an hour in a movie.
This is literally the halfway point. Literally the halfway point in the
This
movie.
is halfway to a point in the movie. Doesn't happen before this point.
Nope.
It doesn't happen at anywhere else in the movie. This is the only point where gravity breaks.
Yep. This movie is not consistent.
This is the only supernatural thing that happens in the goddamn movie.
Yes. It's not a consistent movie. It just does not jive with itself for some reason. So after gravity breaks, they fall in love. And they finally kiss. Yes, the kiss.
Because they've been playing that out for the last 30 minutes.
We get to the next day. Or no, we get to summer.
Yeah, we're in summer now.
Okay, summer.
And I guess now they're full-blown relationship.
Yeah, they're dating, and he's an asshole because when he pulls up to the house, he just fucking honks on the horn for a good loud 1 minute.
Yeah,
what a douchebag. Yeah, like he does not. He how knock on the door. Be romantic.
Yeah,
Don't just sit in your car.
Yeah, really. Just you come to me now,
right? Like that's a high school, middle school thing you do. Like when you're nervous to go to the door. No, you go to the fucking door, bring some flowers. Like be a goddamn.
You don't even need to bring flowers if you're. If this is an everyday occurrence, is what they say.
Yes,
hey, you pull up, you get out of your car, you go up to the door. You text, hey, I'm here.
Yeah, exactly. Or just call on the phone, hey, babe, I'm at the car, come out. That's it.
Yeah, that's all you have to do.
Like, oh, you suck. You suck. I was like, no one shot at him yet for this. Like, I would have killed this guy by now. It was every fucking day. So yeah, we see them have is it a montage yet? Yeah, okay, we have a summertime. She writes. Okay, she's writing it's a montage. She's writing a one-woman show. She's dating. They're dating. Why? Because that's what people who can't get a job do, TJ. Like, you know what? I'll make the job. That's what I'll do.
No, that's fine. Why a one-woman show? Have you ever seen a successful one-woman show? A one-person show?
Never.
Have you ever?
Never.
Has it ever succeeded? Ever?
No,
if you're serious about your fucking thing, you would write an actual play and not a one-woman show, because no one wants to see that. It's crap. They're always crap.
You know why the crap? Because everyone knows they're self-pretentious. They know that these people are probably not good enough to write multiple characters. They're just bad. They're so terribly bad, those kind of shows.
This whole thing should have been her writing a play.
Yep.
An actual play and trying to figure it out. Maybe it fails, maybe it doesn't, whatever. They wanted to go. But the fact that she writes a one-woman show and fails at it is like, no shit, you failed at it. What did you think was going to happen? No one wants to see that.
Right? Only your close friends showed up? Weird. No one, like, who wants to... I can see if it was a famous person doing the thing, people might show up. But you're an unknown person. What's the draw?
Yeah.
What's the draw to come to your one-person play? There is no draw.
The most unbelievable thing about it was a movie, a studio exec was there.
Yes. Yeah, like how'd you get that to happen? And
was she just bored one day and say, "Oh,
right.
look, a play! I'll go watch that."
And was it that captivating? She sat through the whole thing. Like, goddamn.
No, and you could have changed the fact to it's a play and still have the same story. And it's like the play fails, but there was someone in there that's all, hey, and we like storytellers. We need you to tell us a story.
Exactly.
That's fine. And that would have been perfectly fine.
Or apparently he knows people. He could have had someone come in and sit through the play.
And that's another thing. How come they didn't tie them together? Maybe she's writing a play and he's scoring it or something. And
I was thinking that the whole time. It's like, why are they working?
Yeah, like they have similar professions and that would work well together, and yet they're going separate ways. You could collaborate.
Yeah, like why is she like doing like a jazz player or like something? But we said it earlier. Like you said it earlier. They're too self-centered to even think like that.
Yeah, I know.
They fucking suck. Like, you guys literally have professions just like go hand in hand. Do it. Like, work together, you love bunnies. Like, you suck. This movie's not that bad, I promise. It's still fun to watch.
Not.
It really isn't that bad. It's just easy to shit on because it's so blatant.
There's so many problems with it.
And they're so easily fixed.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man. So, where was I? Love bunnies.
This is what happens when pretension takes over. When you think you are so wonderful at what you're doing.
When you go to a prestigious school and you want to write and direct your own movie, this is what happens.
You know what this is?
You make an okay... What is it?
You know what I think this is? Mm-hmm. This is probably his first work.
Yes. I thought that throughout the whole movie. Like, this has a lot of things of, like, first outings. Like, this is, like, his first script. He did, like, probably change a few things on the way, but didn't get enough outside look into it to make it a better thing. Yeah,
this is probably like, this is the greatest thing.
Yes.
You know, the first thing I ever wrote, complete garbage.
Garbage. Yeah, everyone's first 20 things they write or make of the thing they're liking is garbage. The first cake you make as a baker, trash. The first book you write, the first whatever the thing you're doing, it's gonna be trash. That's the purpose of it. You don't publish it and make it the multi-million movie.
No, but you take the things that are good in it and you incorporate it into the next thing you do.
Yes, you you evolve as a person, as a creator, as a thing to make it perfect or somewhat near perfect. No, it's him and his best friend who went to Harvard, made this thing. No one said it's bad. I'm like, we made it. And of course Hollywood's going to make it because it's a Hollywood love letter. It's like, oh, it's good. Like, no, this is flawed in all the ways we're saying right now. I don't want to do the last hour of this movie. What we are at, there's the montage. She's doing her thing. Let me look at my notes because I don't remember. They go to a club. They have jazz. They're dancing at the jazz thing. He's got a high school friend. This is where
John Legend shows up.
Yes. Okay. God, this early? This is like we're an hour into this movie. Wow.
Yeah, like this is where he's playing the piano. They're just at the jazz bar enjoying themselves, and then John Legend shows up and says, "Hey, I got a job." And he's like, "No, I don't want your job."
Yeah, because you're a sellout, kind of. But he says about saying it, and she's like, "You should get the job because he's your friend." And blah blah blah. He skates around like, why does he want to do it? Then the next day he overhears in the apartment her talking to her mom on the phone, and she's saying, "Yeah, he's nice. He's cool. He's got plans. Maybe he's saving up money. Maybe he wants to open a jazz club. Maybe." And he's kind of like have a self-realization moment. Like, maybe I should take that job to get my dreams going. 30 years too late, but whatever. That's not too late. It's never too late to start your dreams, guys. Follow your dreams, people, no matter what. That's the message to this movie, but like doesn't really feel like the message.
No, it doesn't.
Weird. Yeah.
It just feels like, I'm trying to find the right words for it here. It's It feels like, hey, if you're talented enough, then maybe you can have your dreams. That's what it feels like. You have to know the right people so you can get in a band, and you just got to put on one woman show and happen to get liked by this person.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like I said. It kind of rings hollow because of you got major stars in these roles.
Yes.
And it's like.
Yeah. If we would have saw unknown faces truly struggling, trying to get to where they want to get at or whatever, it would have been better.
There's a distinct lack of struggle, honestly, in this movie.
Yes.
They only fail like one time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I mean, she fails in the auditions and stuff, a bunch of auditions and stuff, but they really only really fail one major time, and you could tell the guy behind it really doesn't seem like he's had a lot of troubles.
Yeah, because the main character of this movie, he self-sabotages. That's why he's not successful. Because, like you said, the John Legend thing, like he could be better if he wasn't so purist and like extreme, like, guys, this isn't good because of this, that, and the third. And she is trying, like you said, she is trying. She is doing like her casting and her auditions, but like she isn't being denied hard enough. She isn't like her friends and family aren't saying like, "Hey, you shouldn't be doing this." Like they're not really facing any true obstacles.
No, they're actually both surrounded by very supportive people.
Yes, and that's fine. Or if she would have lost her job to make it more of a crunch to get a job, like get money, that would have been better.
Right, and
but
even
there's no true struggle, like you said.
Even if, like, sure, they're in this small little apartment that doesn't look very much, but they don't seem to be struggling financially at all.
Yeah, you don't have the tenant saying, "Hey, pay the fucking bills. I'm kicking you out." There's
we get that in the very beginning with the sister where he's not paying his bills,
but
we never see it again.
Yeah,
and we never see them actually struggling with anything. It's just like, okay, you're still working as a barista, and he's not working at all.
Yeah, we don't see them shopping at a place where they have to save money, where they have to they get to the register and like, oh, you can't afford this. You got to see them put things away. We don't see them struggling, like you said. So yeah.
They're failing on a professional level. We don't see any personal struggle is what I'm seeing.
No.
This is very much like, actress and musician. We're not seeing Mia and Seb.
Yes. We're seeing characters, but not people. We're seeing archetypes, but not the thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's the issue for this movie. Okay. We got it, guys. Done the review. Okay. I give it a 2 out of 10. Let's get out of here. No. I'm not going to give it that much low.
I think this is the most analytical we've gotten on a movie.
I think you're right. Because I think it's because we actually like the movie, but we see the things we don't like about it. Like we do enjoy it.
The things we don't like about it ruin it so much. Because there's a good movie wanting to come out, and it's like,
yeah, and the things we don't like we should really. I think we should really hate this. This movie we should either love or hate. But it's a perfect mixture of it's weird. Yeah, it's very weird. So after he hears this and he eats a humble pie and he goes, or don't know, did I miss something?
I don't even remember where we are.
Okay, he eats humble pie and goes to Legend like, hey, bro, I'll take the job because I need monies. And he's like, bet, let's do this shit. Did I miss something before that? No. Oh, Gosling reads her one-woman play. He says it's amazing. Then she talks to the phone to her mom.
Yeah, I mean...
He's just hyping her up because he's hyping her up.
I was about to say, there's no way that it's amazing. No. There's no way. I'm sorry.
I want someone out there who's listening, if they're going to make a one-person play, do it and prove us wrong, because there's no way it's going to be good. Follow your dreams, but it ain't going to be good.
If you want to follow your dreams, write an actual play.
Put at least 2 people in it.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's something where you can act off people. That's what acting is. You act off of people. You need those natural reactions so that you can, act.
Or you know what? Do what they did in Castaway. Tom Cruise in a volleyball. There you go. Act against something. Something.
Yeah.
Give us something for you to act against, not just you monologuing to the people of your feelings and thoughts. That's terrible. It's literally saying, not doing it. No one wants that.
A one person plays on the level of an interpreted dance.
Yes. It's like, it's for a specific type of people. You can make a one person play, just don't expect to become something out of that.
You're not going to be something out of that. Name one famous one person play. Name one.
Isn't the vagina monologues that, or no?
I have no idea what that is.
Okay, I think that's, I don't know. Someone's going to find something, but if I ain't famous enough for us to know about it. So
if I don't know it exists, it doesn't count.
Exactly. Because we know pop culture shit, guys. So
yeah, I really don't.
No. Gosling, he's humble pie. He goes get a job for John Legend, and they start playing music here, and now he tells her about it. So yeah, it's a montage. Oh, yes, it's a montage still going. He gets a job with John Legend. She starts her one woman play career. They move in together to a better apartment because they're becoming successful.
Well, now he's got an actual job.
Yeah,
and he's becoming a very famous musician at this point. It's like, okay, we'll get to the fight that really made no sense, but okay.
Yeah. He's there. Him and John Legend, the band group, they're playing with their first practice together. He's jazzing out the piano. They're all vibing. Then John Legend goes to push a button on the thing. I forget what it's called. And it starts making this weird techno music bullshit that Gosling's not jiving with. He goes along with it anyways, and he's still doing good. John Legend sits Gosling down. He's like, yo, bro, you're amazing. You're better than every other pianist I know.
Well, no, from what I got out of this conversation is Gosling was part of the original band.
Yes.
But he was such a pain in the ass to work with. They got rid of him for another pianist who isn't as good as him. But it was just too much work to work with him.
Yes, he's such an asshole. Legend saying this to Gosling. You're such an asshole. He says a line I really liked. He says, "You're trying to be a revolutionist, but you can't be that if you're such a traditionalist." Like, damn.
Yeah, that was a good line.
And that's a really good line. Like, and it's true because you're so stuck in your ways. You can't bring back jazz because we all see it dying. So you got to make it.
You have to turn jazz into something else.
Yes, you got to make it for the people nowadays, not back then.
You have to revolutionize to revitalize.
Yes, and it's true. It's very true. And so to do that, you got to play this game. And Gosling's like, "Fuck, you're right." And so then they become the big band musicians that they are. And they move into the apartment. They become successful. He's on the road touring. They play this is a good song they play. I like it a lot. It is poppy jazz. I don't even call it jazz. It's pop, I guess.
But like I said, this was probably written by John Legend.
Probably.
So it's like, and John Legend's a great musician. So it's like, of course it's going to be good. So
exactly.
Whatever.
He's looking for his name was something trashy.
Yeah.
And so he invites Mia to the concert, and they're expecting what Gosling always preaches, his kind of jazz. And so when she sees this big spectacular pop jazz, she's like, whoa, what? But it's cool because we see Gosling playing, and he's really into it. He's smiling for the first time in this movie, playing jazz. We're like, oh wow, he's actually performing, being happy. But she's like, the more Gosling's playing, the more she's getting pushed away from it, literally, because fans are getting between her and him. And so she's feeling more distant. Get it, guys? Metaphor is awesome.
Oh my god, we didn't even talk about the artsy direction, man.
Oh, you want to talk about it? Wait, you got another hour to space, TJ?
I'm just saying, my god, anytime there's a solo song, the spotlight stims onto that one character, and it's the direction in this is so artsy and so pretentious. It's like, oh my god, I get it.
The theater side of me liked it, but the movie wasn't that enough to justify that. It was still trying to figure out what it wanted to do.
No, it only happens in the musical sections.
And the musical sections are so sparse, it doesn't justify it.
Musical sections, like we said earlier, just come out of nowhere. And it's like, wait, what? Oh, wait, this is a musical.
Yes.
So it's like, oh. And then it's so arty and so like, oh, look at me. And I'm like, okay, movie.
Yeah, it's trying, like, if those were more consistent and better musicals, in my opinion, if they were just more consistent and better, that tone shift would be justified. But it's just not there.
There was 3 points in this movie that I looked at the time and see how much time I was like.
Yeah.
And I was like, and the first time was right after the observatory scene.
Yep.
I looked at it and it was like, they kiss and it does like a Looney Tunes circle close.
Yep.
And then it's like, okay, movie's over, right?
Yeah.
We don't need any more. But no, and it was like only halfway done. I was like, oh my god, it's only halfway done.
I did it at the hour 40 mark because I vaguely remember. Hour 40, okay, how much time? I was like, 20 minutes? Like, are you kidding me?
I did it at the observatory mark. I did it at the hour 30 mark, and I was like, oh my god. And then I did it at an hour 45 mark. I was like, only 15 minutes passed?
It's like, we just went through so much. How there's still so much more movie left? Like, oh my god.
Just end. I was yelling at it. I was like, just end.
I couldn't have sat through. If I would have saw this in theaters, I think I would have like walked out. Like, I can't. I'm enjoying this movie, but I just can't sit through this movie. So after the whole band dance thing, I think we jumped to fall. Yeah, we jumped to fall, and Emma Stone is on her way home on the phone talking about auditions and plays. I think. And so she gets to her apartment, and lo and behold, Gosling's at home, and he's got a surprise dinner for her.
He's been gone, and, she's missing him and stuff like that.
Yes. And so they have a nice little happy dinner, and then it turns south. Oh no. They start talking, and she's like...
This is the weirdest fight that I've ever seen.
Because like you said earlier, you point out what the flaw is. They're both self-centered, and so they don't see. I don't know. They don't. It's a bad. Yeah, the fight is this. It's hard, right? It's really hard.
It's like she's like, "Oh, you're on tour. How long before the tour's gone?" And he's like, I don't know. We're gonna go back and record and go another tour, like bands do.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, duh, yeah,
okay." He's like, "Come with me." She's like, "No." Why? Why are you going with him?
Why would I go with you? Because I have to still practice for my things opening in a week. And he's like, but you probably could come with me at least for a day or two.
Yeah, you could practice there. And she's like, no.
All my shit's here, but like, it's a woman play, so you just need your fucking self.
You just called him saying you're missing him.
Yeah.
Why aren't you traveling with him if you're together?
Yep. And then you didn't know he's gonna be successful. He says like you didn't think I was gonna be successful with this.
And that's the worst part. He is successful. And she's like, don't you want to follow your dream? It's like he's a successful. Isn't that kind of his dream?
But then she's like, no, but you wanted to be this kind of person. You want to be more jazz and more. What about your bar, your band, your place?
She's like, do you like the music you're playing? He's like, not really, but
it's money.
Do you like the music you're playing? She's like, yeah, I like the music you're playing. And it's like, I get it. She wants him to follow his dream, but in a couple more years, when he's got millions of dollars, he can still do that dream.
Exactly, because they're still semi-young. They're still like, what, 30s maybe?
Right, so it's like
they got time.
There's plenty of time, and it's like...
Yeah,
and 5 years, literally, there's a 5-year time skip. He can have his freaking club.
Exactly. So why are you guys fighting and breaking up over this menial art? Like, this is the thing?
This isn't the thing they break up over.
What did they break up over?
Him not showing up.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, that's when they break up.
That's what they break over?
Well, it's not really. It's not why they're breaking up, but that's after he...
This is the catalyst to it, and that's like the tipping point.
Yes. But, like, I did not understand this play. He's actually successful.
Yeah.
He could do his dream later. He doesn't need to do it right now.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
And she's like, her argument is, like, just leave the guy alone. Your relationship's fine.
You told him to do this thing.
Yeah.
He's doing the thing, and now you want to do the other thing he was trying to do in the first place. But, like, I think she's too afraid he'll get stuck in this rut. But it's like, even if he's stuck in it, it's a successful rut to be stuck in. Like,
but then he makes it worse by like, you're just jealous that I'm successful and you're not, and it's like,
bro,
it's like
you guys suck.
Yeah.
You guys suck.
I mean, seriously,
God damn it.
I don't think normal people would have this argument. It'd be like, you would discuss, all right, you don't want me to do this, you want me to follow my dreams, but let me build up some money. I'm making some money here, and we can do this later. And you know, if you want to stay here and do your show, we could go. You could come after your show, you know, and on tour with me, and we could just work this out this way. But no, that's not what happens at all.
And guess what, babe? Since I know people now, hey, you're an fucking artist. I can help you get to know people too.
Right,
and
exactly.
We can help each other because that's the businesses we're in. It's like, come on, guys.
I mean, he's literally being interviewed by people and stuff at this point, and he could have been like, "Hey, yo, my girlfriend's got this one woman player going on or something. You know,
Exactly.
You two suck.
They
You
really
just suck.
do. Well, they're not bad enough to hate. Like, you guys are just like, they're just blind enough to not to see the easy
No,
fucking
because
problem.
it's you're not hating them because they're not hurting anybody but themselves.
Yeah, exactly. They're not bringing anyone else down but each other. Like, you guys could be a cute, great, strong, powerful couple, but damn, terrible. So yeah, they have this dumb fight. She walks, and then he forgot something in the oven, so the smoke alarm goes off.
They were eating dinner.
Yeah.
Was there more dinner?
I think it was a dessert.
It was dessert? Okay.
Unless they're eating appetizers, that was the main. They're eating some course of the dinner, and the other course was still in the thing. That's my logic. And so,
okay. It was just weird.
Yeah. As he goes to check on it, she just leaves. And he's like, damn, lost her again. Lost her for the first time. Second time? First time. Either way. So after that, we cut to her play, opening night, and she's getting ready for it. We don't know if it's that day or that week or whatever. Again, the time is weird. And so, well, she's getting ready for the opening night, and people are going into it. We cut back to Gosling. He's at practice, and he just finished practice, I guess. So he's about to leave. While Legend's like, yo, bro, are you still good for tonight? He's like, what's tonight? He's like, it's our photo shoot. He's like, damn.
I thought that was next Thursday.
Yeah, it's like, can we not do it? He's like, you're good for it, right? He's like, I guess. I do really
like, you just say no. I have a prior engagement.
Exactly.
No, I can't do it.
See, that would have been a good story plot. Like, no, I can't do it. And the judge like, if you don't do it, I gotta find. No, he wouldn't do that because they're a successful band. There's no way they would do that.
They were just like, okay, we'll schedule it for next week, whatever, or tomorrow,
or we'll do ours. You'll do yours another day. Like, yeah, go, bro. Go to her opening thing and encourage your girlfriend. I know you just had a fight. Go, save yourself.
So contrived.
It's just bad communications would ruin. Like, I hate that about some movies. Like, just communicate. It's not that hard. So
like, there's literally no stakes to not show it.
Exactly.
And this is very much, we need him to not show up.
How do we do
so
this?
He's just not going to show up because he's a bad person. It's like, why?
Because
at no point did they show him spiteful towards her. He actually shown nothing but care and love to her. And it's like, there was no way this character an hour ago would have done this.
Exactly. Like, any of these characters are never malice or evil enough or like backstabby enough. The only backstabby part was like her and her other boyfriend, but that wasn't even that. She just didn't tell him. Again, no communication. There was no like, hey, I got a boyfriend. So photo shoot happens while her play is going on. The photographer's saying some things to Gosling to trigger him to like, I shouldn't be here. And so he leaves, I guess, or he waits till the play thing's over. We don't know. Like, it cuts to like the end of her play, and Gosling just gets there just in time and misses it. Kind of like in Spider-Man 2? 3?
Yes.
One of the Spider-Mans.
Not 2, it's 2. Yeah. No, it might be 3. I don't remember now. It's one of them.
One of the shitty ones.
This is a Spider-Man scene, you're right.
Yes, it was very Spider-Man vibes I got. Like, damn, okay. And so he's like, babe, I missed it. I'm sorry. Let me make it up to you. And she's like, no, I'm done. I'm going home. He's like, no, let's go somewhere else. Like, no, she's like, I'm going home. Like, really?
Yeah, she's like, she failed so miserably that it's like...
Because there was like, when the lights went up, there was like 10 people in the audience, and she was behind the stage, and she heard someone say, don't quit your day job. Like, really, lady? But I guess fair enough.
I mean, if you put your heart into something and something fails, I get that part of it. And I get that, like, it hurts so badly, the failure, that she doesn't want to do it anymore. And that he missed the play and stuff like that.
And all the callbacks are shitty. I get it.
Everything just built up to this point where she was just done.
Yes.
And she needed to go home for a bit. I get it.
Yeah. That's the thing about this movie. I think the movie's too uplifting to have those sad moments be too sad. Like, I felt too uplifted still. Like, I knew it was still going for her.
Yeah, I think this movie is too happy-go-lucky.
Yeah.
To have the bad ending that we got.
Yeah, to have these sad things actually hit. Like, it's too, like, I don't know. Yeah, it's too just happy.
It's,
weirdly. Because we all know where it's kind of headed.
Because of the tone of the movie being so happy, it makes the ending feel pretentious.
Yes. It is. So she goes home, and they kind of break up. Gosling plays piano at one of his friend's weddings, I guess, and he's depressed. And we get to him at his apartment one day, and he gets a phone call. Oh no, who's the phone call about? And the phone call is, one of the agents was
At the one woman show.
at the one woman show for some reason, and they really like to play. They won't get a hold of Mia's character. He's like, "Don't worry, I'll get her. She'll be at the thing." So he goes to drive to.
They're broken up at this point.
Yeah, they're broken up. Where she live at? New Mexico, probably.
Nevada.
Goddamn. She lives in Nevada. So Gosling drives all the way to Nevada to where she lives. And she's
Boulder City, Nevada.
Oh, you remember? You actually know?
I'm looking at the plot synopsis.
Oh, okay.
And it's just highlighted, Boulder City.
And it says it right on the damn library sign I'm looking at right now. Okay. Yeah. So he goes to her house, honks on the horns, like, "Hey, remember me? Got some news. You got our agent call back. She was at the thing, blah, blah, blah. Be ready at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you're not ready now, I'll get you." And she's like, "How'd you know where I live?" He's like, "Baby, I love you. House across from the library. We should be together still." And she's like,
"Oh, that's not what happens at all."
That's pretty much what happens. He doesn't say it like that, but that's...
No, it's like...
What?
He shows up and says, the play, and she's like, "I'm not doing it. I'm done. I'm not going anymore." And he's like, "I'm going to be here at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and you're going to be here, right?" And she doesn't say she's going to be there. And he's like, but she asks, "How'd you know?" And he's like, "The library across from your house. I listen to what you have to say." That's how it played out.
Yeah. It
wasn't like a romantic scene or anything like you were making out. It was...
Did I make it out romantic? I didn't mean to make it out romantic. I made it romantic in a sense, like he's romantic about it. Like, hey, I know things.
It showed us once again that he cares about her.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. And so the next day, morning comes, and he shows up a few minutes late, around 8:03, 8:04,
and she's not there.
And he's like, "Damn." So he waits literally 20 seconds and starts to drive off. And she shows up. It's like, do your honking, man.
You're just gonna leave? Wait, what? That makes no sense.
Right? You go.
You either wait a few more minutes just in case, or you lay on the horn, and if she doesn't need to come out, then you drive away.
Or I would hope, I don't know, by the time you guys are in this relationship, you still have her phone number and call her, like, "Hey, I'm here."
I don't think they do.
Where are you?
I'm not even sure they have cell phones at this point.
I don't. He only got a call on a cell phone. So why didn't he just call her, like, "Hey, I got a call, by the way"? God damn, this movie so
I get why he showed up there.
I know, it's a romantic gesture.
No, she might have not have gone otherwise.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? So I get why he went. That's fine. But still, she's not there at 8:03, right? Standing waiting for you there. You call or something, whatever.
Knock on a door. Again, do your horn thing. Like, you literally just stopped it 3 times before we can move it. Honk. She'll answer. So she gets in the car. They go back to California. They get to she gets to her table read thing. And I keep saying interview. What's it called? Audition. And they like her. She's fits the part. She says they just ask her, "Hey, tell a story. If we like it, or like the character around you."
It's a decent song. Mm-hmm. It's very lyrically weird, though.
Yes.
I mean, when the song it comes back around and it finishes, and it all fits together. But the lyrics are a little strange. It doesn't work really that well as a song.
No.
You know what I mean? But it's good.
Yeah, it's one of the better songs in the movie.
It's just weird.
Yes. And so she pretty much nails it. She doesn't know, though, because after that, her and Gosling go sit down at a bench and talk. And she asks, "Where are we? Where are we at right now?" He's like, "I don't know. We talk it out."
I don't know, but when you get this role, which you will, you need to give it everything you have. We can figure us out later.
Yes, and later is 5 years later.
And honestly, movie should have ended right there.
Yeah, I agree.
Should have ended right there.
That's why I checked the time. The movie should end here. It's literally 1:40, 1:43. Like, we got 15 minutes left. It's like, what else they gotta tell us?
I'm not a fan of an open-ended endings. I tend to like endings, but I mean, the movie's so straightforward. You know she's going to get the role.
Exactly.
So, it's like, you could have just edited it right there. You could leave the relationship, maybe they end up together, maybe they don't, whatever. Leave it up to the viewer's imagination, and it would have been a fine ending.
Yep. But no,
we get this ending.
We get some more shit. So 5 years later, who do we follow first? Gosling, right? Mia?
No, it's Mia. Yeah. Because we find out what her life's about.
We get to Gosling. We get Mia. Oh, yeah, we get Mia. I skipped over. 5 years later, we get to Mia. She's on a lot where she used to work, guys. She goes to the coffee shop. But now
where she used to work.
Yeah. Now she's the famous actress because everyone's turning heads at her. They know her order. They got her order. You don't have to pay, lady. She's like, "No, I'll give you a tip." the whole shit she saw, now she's doing. It's great. Everyone likes her and wants to be her. And we get, I guess we do follow her. Yeah. And then we get to her home, and she's got a husband.
And a daughter.
A 5-year-old daughter? 3-year-old? She got a daughter. Yay! She's got a happy
some guy
life.
we've never met before.
No, because maybe it's the same boyfriend. All the side characters are so generic looking. It could be the same guy, in my opinion.
It's not. I think it's some movie guy or something. And the guy's fine. He's a perfectly fine person.
Yeah.
He's there's nothing. He's a good guy. He seems to really care about her.
Literally, the only two bad people in this movie are the main two characters. Everyone else is nice and fine. No one's mean. Even the boss that was mean to the guy, it was mean to him because I gave you a playlist to play. If you're not gonna play, I'm gonna fire you.
But the guy is fine, but I don't care about him or this relationship.
Yep, because he's literally here for a minute or two and he's gone. So we get them. They're going on their date night, and we follow Ryan Gosling's character now. No,
we don't.
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't. We really don't. They're going on their date because we don't see Ryan Gosling up until the club.
No, because she gets the thing. She's going on a date night for her husband. We get to Ryan Gosling, who's testing the piano out and make sure the piano's set up. And we go through his day. Remember, he's by himself. They juxtapose both of them. She's got a happy family. Ryan Gosling's by himself, happily by himself, with a nice apartment. Everything's nice and neat, but he's by himself.
I didn't see that.
Really?
Yeah, I must have looked away or something. I didn't see that part.
Oh yeah, because he tests the piano out. Finally, the place is ready to go. Open the shit up, I guess. He signed off on the papers and all that shit. Didn't see any of that?
No, I guess I did.
Weird, because there's literally juxtaposed between her 5 years and his 5 years.
I think I only remember following her up until they get to the club.
Interesting. But yeah, that's what happens. So he's doing his thing. He's happy. It was Christmas time, so he's got one Christmas card. It's from the family he played the wedding at. And she's got a happy family. So yeah, it's Christmas time. So yeah, date night, Watson Stone and her husband go out, leave her kid out with a babysitter. They go and they sit in traffic. She's like, I don't miss traffic at all. And so let's go somewhere else. Let's not do the thing we're going to do. Let's go somewhere else. And so they end up at, whose club is it? They end up at... No.
They go to dinner and they're walking down the street and they're about to get in the car, and then she hears music.
Yeah.
And the husband, I guess husband's like, you want to go check it out? She's like, yeah, let's go check it out. And then they go in and they go down the club, and what's the club called?
It's called Chicken and Wing. Chicken on a thing now. It's called...
We never discussed this part about it.
It doesn't matter. But they had a debate that he wanted to call it Chicken...
on a stick or something like that.
Because he's a fucking pretentious hipster.
Yep. Because of something like that. There was some pretentious reason. But she's like, no, call it Sebs. It should be called Sebs.
Yeah, because duh.
She walks down, they walk out, and hey, look, it's Sebs.
Oh, nice. She's like, she at second she sees that, she's like, oh, shit, I can't be here. And so they walk in, they have a seat, and there's some music playing.
We also forgot to discuss...
the stool.
Well, there's the stool, but what I mean, before the 5-minute skip, they were like, you got to do what you got to do. But they both say, we'll always love each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, regardless...
Yeah, it's so romantic. The movie could have been so much better, and it's so sad. It was so close. So she sits down, the music's playing. After the jazz is done, it's a jazz club. It's very nice as well. It's a nice club I would love to go to. The music's done. Who walks on stage but Seb himself, Ryan Gosling. He's like, hey guys, that's so-and-so on the piano, that's so-and-so on the saxophone, bass, yada, yada, yada. Piano player, so good. I must take my job. Looks back into the crowd real quick, and they lock eyes.
And they see each other. Oh. And so he plays their song.
And the movie ends. Psych.
And it would have been fine.
I know.
Right there, it could end right there too.
It should have ended. He should have played one note, fade to black, music starts swelling.
Or even not even one note. Start playing their song and just fade to black.
Yep, that's it. That's
all you need it.
No, it keeps going for another 10 more minutes, and it's just a weird montage of what could have been. And
of them. It's of them two being together. This is the movie we should have had.
It's literally an alternative storytelling. They cross paths, they kiss, and it's all the same shit we saw, but kind of different.
Right.
Why?
And it's the happy ending that we should have gotten instead of this stupid thing. It was we want to give the happy ending, but we also want this other ending. So we're going to give you both endings. And it's no, you just copped out.
Yeah.
No. Bullshit.
And it's it's cute, it's nice looking, but it's like you said, it's like
No,
I don't need this.
No, either give me the happy ending, which is the ending that everyone wants. I'm sure everybody wanted the happy
give me
ending.
the Hollywood happy ending. What you're telling us.
I mean, and you don't normally want the Hollywood happy ending because it's just lame. But in this one, it would have worked.
Yes,
because of what the movie is.
Yes,
but no, they show us what could have been them having a kid and everything else. Like this, see, this is your happy ending, but then it's not.
They fade back to the reality of what it is.
Like honestly, through the montage, they show the show and everything that's happening over again, and they have Ryan Gosling in the new husband's place, sitting down. And I thought when we're going to cut back, Ryan Gosling was going to be sitting next to her, and some random guy was going to be up on the stage. Then I think that would have been a better ending.
No, I would have been like, "F you, movie." There was a few points that between that and when they first would have ran into each other, I thought like, "Oh, it was all a dream." Did I watch just a dream sequence of a fucking movie? Yeah, I was going to get really angry.
I was about to. I would have been angry too, but it would have been a better ending than what we got here.
Yeah, well, just canceling these last 10 minutes would have been a better movie. It's just like
I know.
Why show us this? Why did this movie do so well? Like,
because apparently they had like $50 million in budget left.
Exactly. Let's close down the thing. Let's film at the planetarium. Let's make it some bullshit alternate ending movie. Like,
because it's a montage, but it's so long. It just keeps going. Oh my god, it won't stop.
It really shows you all the major beats of the movie, but in a different reality. Like, I don't need to see what I just saw differently. I don't need this. I do not need this.
Oh my god, this just won't end. I'm like, stop.
And then after that bullshit happens, the title says the end, and
well, no, if it snaps into reality, back into reality, and they're looking at each other, and then they're like, the husband's like, should we leave? And she's like, yeah, and they leave. And she's walking out the door, and they look at each other, and they smile at each other. And no, I guess they're happy for each other.
Yep. No, I know what's going to happen. She's going to run back in, like, she's going to be on the car ride with her husband. He's going to talk about some boring shit. The same thing she did to her boyfriend beforehand. Like, I'm done. Leaves the family, goes to Gosling. Repeat.
I don't know if she would leave her daughter.
I would hope. Oh, I don't know, man. They're both bad characters, so I don't know.
I mean, they were bad characters, but now we're 5 years in the future. Maybe they grew up.
I hope so. But yeah, that's La La Land.
That was a bullshit ending. That was. I hated that ending so bad.
Ending, man.
You pick some movies with some bad endings, man. We're like 4 movies in a row.
All three of these movies have ambiguous bullshit endings. This one had this. Cooties had that bullshit Ride in the Sunset.
Right, and then Peanut Butter Falcon, they were going to Florida.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
And
learn how to fucking end a movie, Hollywood. Jesus.
And then in the last season that we did, in the heat of the night, he just walked off on a train.
Oh my god. Seriously.
You're 0 for 3 on your theme month, by the way.
I know I am. You think I wanted this, TJ?
I'm starting to think you did.
Yes, my devious plans come to fruition. Make us appreciate the comic movies we have to watch.
Apparently, I miss my comic book movies now.
I still don't, honestly. I still don't. All the bashing, all the 2 hours of bashing we did to this movie, it wasn't that bad. It was still somewhat enjoyable to sit through. It never felt like punishment. Sometimes it felt like a chore. The last 10 minutes of that montage shit was bullshit, but the rest of it was almost likable.
Yeah. You're almost likable.
Yes. It's not, it's not, I'm not going to say go watch this.
No.
I don't plan on ever watching this movie again.
There's plenty of better musicals out there you can watch.
So many. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, this did so fucking good. Like, this is not even a top 10 musical. It's not even top 20 or top 50. There's so many other things I'd rather.
Well, it's definitely not a top 10 musical. It didn't even make the top 10.
No? Oh. Oh, nice. It's just not that good. It's not good.
It's not. It's not good.
No. Let's rate this. What are you giving this thing?
I don't know. What are you giving it?
It's not a 5. It's not a 5. I would probably say it's.
I was kind of at a 4.
Yes, I'm leaning because it would be a 5 if it wasn't for that bullshit ending. Because everything else was kind of like worth sitting through.
I was at a 5.
Yeah.
And then as I was, like I said, we read the Wikipedia page and I was like teetering on 4. Mm-hmm. And then we went through it and I think I'm at a 4 because of the ending. And like just the length of it and the bull crap and the pretentiousness. And
because the ending just shows you that the movie didn't really have a true identity. It didn't have like a set tone it wanted to go for. It's like, let's be uplifting, let's be kind of sad. Let's make it musical. Let's not have any music in this. Like, pick a lane and stick to it, please. And it just didn't want to, or just didn't know how to. So yeah, that's my third fun pick of this month.
Are you gonna make it 4 for 4?
Oh man, I hope it's good.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
And let's talk about it later.
Yeah. Bye.